that the last 3 years have been a 180-degree shift in how we're dealing with religious engagement at the State Department. So this is something I'm super proud of for the Obama administration, for Secretary Clinton, and now Secretary Kerry. We were looking at all these biases brought up even by CSIS and smart people that in fact the US was a little iffy and that religion was a third rail you didn't really want to touch. So it's relatively new that in fact, as you'd hear from Secretary Kerry saying engage, 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 and then engage some more. It used to be that you'd have to go to the legal office because of the separation of church and state and the Establishment Clause, that there was actually an antipathy to actually engaging, a caution legally, an ignorance about it. And in fact, that has changed. And then after 9/11, there was also a utilitarian side to it. Like, well, they're moderates, they're extremists. We looked at religion in a way of like, how do we work on this in a world of terror for countering violent extremism or countering terrorism? So again, most of the religious people in the world are like, why are you having a conversation with me that's has these presumptions of like terror and Islam, et cetera? That didn't go over well. So about 10 years, we had many lessons learned in that case as well. What Kerry and Clinton and also Obama have done was ask for a new White House strategy and State Department strategy on religious engagement, a complete review of our training of diplomats in religious literacy that was well overdue because we only had optional classes for 4 days or 4 hours that were clearly insufficient. So we've started to address that to bring on the religious diplomatic sort of training that's necessary, to start signature projects on engagement, to create the Office of Faith-Based Community Initiatives with Sean Casey heading it, and an upgrade of sort of staff, or I shouldn't say upgrade, that sounds sort of undiplomatic, in a sense of a coalescing of talent to have concerted effort in this issue. So for me, it's one of the things that's been a privilege to do innovatively at the State Department in the last couple of years is really shift the conversation. And other countries are now paying attention to what the US is leading on this front. They find it rather surprising. They also have obstacles, like in the UK, it's not the Establishment Clause, but it might be faith, religion, that's a personal thing. So a cultural barrier as well to engaging on this issue. But everyone is struggling. I'm telling you, any of you studying this, 2015 will be the year of religion, conflict, violence, and diplomacy.